just want to share a satisfying moment. Coming to you with some killer bedhead, a cup of coffee, and a super sexy fuzzy robe. Everyone knows it's so hot right now. YouTubing in your robe really gets the views and the subs. It's a pro tip. Okay, so I just want to share a satisfying moment because I've shared some unsatisfying ones and it takes both to make a whole tamale. So my parents got in last night and they're sleeping upstairs, hopefully getting up soon. I'm so excited to have them here. For so much of my life, I didn't get to have that experience. We had so much friction that anytime I visit or they'd visit, it had a lot of anxiety, trepidation, and this is one of the first times they can come together. One, they're staying in my house. That's a first. The house I have with my husband. Like, I can't believe I'm gonna be married 2 years this year. And come and stay in my beautiful home and hang out. That's so satisfying to have my parents do. And they brought me this cute bunny. I'm gonna take my mom's bunny because I lost my little boy. And I'm very excited. This is his son, actually. So they can travel and I can have a bun. But it's a very nice moment to be able to be excited. My parents are coming and it's late in life for all of this. And I think we have this idea like we're late. Such a strange idea, right? We're late in life. Should have done it in my 20s, but why? There's nothing saying we should. And I was showing my husband some baby pictures the other day and I was like, yeah, I was a really late teether. And even though I was very intelligent, I was a very late walker. I have to make an excuse for that. I was a late walker. I don't need to make an excuse. You can think I'm dumb if you want to. Judge me. I'm in a robe on YouTube. But I could crawl. I was a crawling phenom, but I didn't walk until I was 16 months old. And then when I could walk, I could run. I didn't grow hair till late. So I was telling him this as I'm going through it. I'm thinking, why do I think I should be fast at life? Because I'm a fast learner. But something about me takes a little bit longer to evolve and emerge. And all the pushing earlier in life, it isn't helpful because you're constantly trying to force something you're not ready for. And I guess I'm coming to this place where I realize I'm ready for it. And I think that's what I was venting about in that video yesterday, is seeing rather than creativity and the energy and vision and talent of the individual driving the vision of their business, they've allowed a mechanism to take it over and turn it into just selling something rather than an expression. And I realized that was really the piece that was gnawing at me, because what they create is so amazing and then they're just using it to sell some pants. And we have it under capitalism that making money off of it makes it more valuable. But in these cases, it makes them less desirable. Anyone can try and sell pants. Not everyone could, not anyone else actually, could be them or express the way they do. And when I'm jumping into some random videos, so I was talking about scrolling through my Instagram feed and everyone, even my friends that I know, trying to sell me something. And I'm not talking about multi-level marketing. If you're trying to sell someone else's product, to make a side hustle, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people I've known for long periods of time that have developed sort of brands and businesses and followings in many different areas, whether it be OnlyFans or working out or consulting or coaching or all different kinds of things like that, but basically content creators that started with something interesting and were creating interesting, unique content and then transition it as quickly as possible into an income. So there's something that's about creative expression and income. So I think there's a reason, what I'm getting at, that yesterday's video helped me get to, that it's taken a while. It's okay to be a late bloomer. I'm also realizing more and more yeah, maybe I was 40 before I could really embrace my relationship with my parents and miss them. But some people never get there. And what a gift, because I didn't get it when I was younger. And it's so good now because I missed it then. And I relish it. It means so much to me to have a home that my parents can come to, that I'm married, and my husband's kind and fun, and it's well put together and comfy, is such a gift. If I had it from the time I was 25, like most people, or 28 or 30, it wouldn't mean as much. And I'm not saying you should wait, but I'm saying there's benefits to waiting too. I think the problem is we think that if we waited too long, we can't, or we're broken, or we don't know how, and it can be really easy to get stuck. And we have to realize that wherever we are, we're going somewhere else. And who we want to be and how we want to be, having that strategy as we move through it is key. And I guess what I've realized through this is I want to be me. I now have a life that may not be glamorous, but it fits me. I belong here. I'm needed in this life. That was something that was missed before. And I'm realizing so many people have to come to a place where they have to start over, either because they married someone that they didn't realize who they were, they're just not compatible with from when they were young, picked a career they don't love, whatever it is. There's a lot of starting over in the 30s or 40s, 50s, 60s even. And I realize, well, it may not have been graceful, I've done it successfully. Like getting from where I was to where I am now, it took a little bit, it was a little messy. But now I'm positioned to just have a grandiose life, completely positioned. Incredibly great partner. It's been a tough first 2 years of marriage. I've learned a lot about marriage and relationships, which we don't talk about. The first couple years of marriage, I've realized, are key and difficult, and I don't think a lot of people are prepared for that. Not that we should brand it difficult. Abraham would say, please, Emily. Brand it as a blending. And I think if we were more mentally prepared for that blending, anyway, who cares? It's going great. Justin's back to work. My hubby's back to work. I'm at work. Things are going well. I'm gonna go back to school and I'm gonna start launching my own thing. I have something to say. I want something of my own. Whether people like it or not, right? What's the worst I can do? Drop 20 grand, learn some stuff. We can have some interesting conversations. I'll share what I learned. I'll share how I'm applying it to my life, because I gotta say, I really am coming up on the year of this channel, and it has been quite an adventure, but I love where I am now, a year later. Have I mastered all the teachings? No. Am I perfect in my thoughts and language? No. Do I feel happy all the time? No. But I feel happy a lot more of the time. I reset faster. I'm learning more about myself and what makes me happy. I think that was the hardest part of the journey. Like, what's an impulse was kind of where I was at. What do I enjoy? Now, a year later, I know I love gardening. I didn't have that before I came to the ranch. I had my career, marriage, no gardening. Totally insulated, sterile life. I was able to add Einstein, a no-shedding dog, but it doesn't fit me. I'm like a messy, give me the bunnies and the flowers and the dirt and the, I'm not a sterile life person. I didn't know that. Well, it was good to know, right? Don't be with a person who wants a sterile life. That's never going to go well. But what a cool thing to figure out. So now I know I love gardening. I know that it's hard to even put into words, but I'm learning. I'm growing in a new way that's evolving greater freedom, that's attracting more. I'm having more of a relationship with what's happening around me and connected to my thoughts and emotions. I think that's the scariest, weirdest part. And that's gonna take a little while, but I do have to say, while it's been quite a journey this last year, I don't know if I'd want to make it again. I really do love where I am. And I love the way I'm experiencing and living life. I am excited for what's coming next. I do see that everything works out for me. Justin hasn't been employed for 6 months, and we went on a honeymoon and vacation. We never expected it to be that long. And the universe has just provided. Financially, we have not been that stressed, considering. It's just been provided something. Even with my brake light switch going out the last couple days, the universe took care of it, and I'm beginning to see how. I ask and it's answered. I ask and it's answered, and I'm being cared for. And there is a stability and cushioning in that. It's tough with grief. But I've listened to a lot of Abraham Soothing, the whole death croaking piece. It helps me too. It isn't permanent. This is part of the process. I'm realizing I couldn't stay here forever. We can't get stuck here. We want to move on. We want to evolve. There's a system, and I can trust it. It's loving. I think there's a lot of foundational stuff. It's a little difficult to get in words. I get a little rambly, as you can see, but thank you for listening, first of all. Thank you for your compassionate listening. If you're still here, hopefully you're also getting something out of it. After yesterday's video, I felt very clear about, and I don't think I nailed it in the video, but very clear about how I wanted to step in this space and have a different experience for the viewer. I don't want to do what everyone else is doing. I don't want to do the click and subscribe. I don't want to do the, and not saying any other people shouldn't. That works. It's been proven. Do it. But at the same time, I'm studying stuff that says if I believe it'll work, and if it hits a marble for someone else, and if it offers real value to someone else and value to me, then it can't not do something. Grow, provide learning for us, connection, something has to do something for us. We're seeking it in earnest, we're creating it with good intent. And I want to do, that was the biggest thing I do. I want to do what speaks for my soul, not what I'm being taught will be successful the quickest. Because I want to sell inspiration, and I want to sell creativity and uniqueness. I don't want to make money. I don't want to sell success. I want to inspire success. I think that stuck with me yesterday. I'm like, that's something to that. I'll keep massaging that. But this is really helpful for me. And I want to let you know that walking this journey, it isn't easy, as I've shown. I've given you flashes of some strong emotion. But that's part of the contrast. And it leads to moments like this of such greater depth and satisfaction and connection to my life, my dreams, my desires, my emotions, that it's worth it doesn't cover it. It's not just worth it, it's like, it's life-giving. When I have those moments like, what am I doing here? Why am I here? I just want to go home. This is the opposite side of that pole, which is like, I feel like I'm getting something here, and that's what I want from life, like extracting something. And it's for my benefit, and it's feeling good now, not later. So I'm gonna go relish this moment and have my coffee with my parents on my beautiful porch of flowers and hang out with my new bunny. And that's another big thing I've learned this last year. Relishing these moments. Milk it, milk it, milk it. I'm good at milking the negative bad ones. So that's the piece of learning for this next year. Milking the good ones and feeding. It's a discipline, actually. Keeping your mind focused on good stuff and feeding. It's not feeding the trolls, it'd be feeding the opposite of the trolls. Feeding the unicorns, I don't know. Feeding the bunnies. We'll workshop it. Thanks for being here with me. Love you.